Are you tired of dying every time you match up with randoms in Marathon? Thinking about going solo? Yeah, sure, solo should be much easier, right? Wrong. Solo's a little bit harder, and here's some tips that you're gonna need if you wanna run solo. Make sure you stick around for tip number 5 because I think that it might just be the most important tip of the video. Alright, so starting out with tip number 1, never trust anyone. I know when you see someone else, if you're coming from Arc Raiders, you might be tempted to try and see, hey, is this runner friendly? Is this runner going to team up with me? No, this is not Arc Raiders. Very rarely are you going to find another player out there who's going to team up with you and actually make it through the match and exfil with you. So just plan on being solo. And while I'm not saying that it's impossible to find players who will do that with you, the likelihood is just so slim, and you have to watch out for people who are going to trick you. Moving on to tip number 2, you are prey. That's right, there are runners who play this game solely for PvP. They're banking that you're not paying attention, that you're sprinting to your location, and that's when they find the perfect opportunity to ambush you. So when you're moving through the map, you want to make sure that you're taking a route where maybe you have a better advantage. That way, you're less likely to be ambushed by another runner. Now that being said, the route you take needs to fit your playstyle. It needs to be whatever you're best at because it's only you out there. So if you're good at fighting from high ground, take the high ground. If you're good at sneaking around, going through the lowlands, crawling through the marshes, then take that route. Do whatever you need to survive. At the end of the day, this is an extraction shooter and survival is paramount. So do whatever's best for you. Moving on to tip number 3, be the hunter. You need to keep your eyes and ears open. Before you just sprint across an open field, take a minute to look around. Try to look for movement. Look for other players who are just carelessly sprinting around the map trying to get to wherever it is that they're trying to go. If you're going to engage with another player in PvP, you want to make sure that you have the advantage. Don't give them the advantage. Now, tip number 4, it's going to be determined on your skill level in the game, but that is to avoid groups of UESC. Now, obviously, this isn't always possible unless bots are guarding an area that you need to go to in order to complete a contract or in order to find certain types of loot that you need. Try to avoid them. The game doesn't scale down the amount of bots just because you're solo and not in a group. And that being said, no matter how good you are, fighting a group of bots is gonna make a lot of noise. And that contradicts the other tips. Another thing to consider is that you'll be consuming a lot of your ammo and your meds, which would be better used to fight other runners, who are probably already on their way to ambush you while you're focused on killing the AI. Moving on to the final and probably the most important tip number 5, be patient. Take an extra 30 seconds to look around before sprinting out into the open. Check behind you for runners who might be tailing you. Take that 20 seconds to stop and listen to the audio cues. Hear that massive gunfire? That's an enemy runner, not following tip number 4. Hopefully these tips can be guidelines that help you build a solid foundation to survive and thrive in solo raids. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and let me know in the comments some of your tips for raiding solo.